Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Thursday, December 12th, 2024. A man was arrested in 29 Palms on Saturday for investigation into assault with a deadly weapon after allegedly kicking the head of a victim lying on the ground. At approximately 4 p.m. on Saturday, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a call of assault at a residence on Valle Vista Road near Adobe Road in 29 Palms. Deputies say that the victim and his friend went to the residence to pick up the victim's vehicle. While they were attempting to start the car, deputies say that Richard Sansucci, 41, confronted the victim, hit him, and then chased him on foot. Deputies say the victim fell to the ground and Sansucci continued to hit and kick the victim in the face, causing injuries. Deputies arrived and placed Sansucci under arrest. The victim was taken to High Desert Medical Center for treatment for his injuries. Richard Sansucci was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, not a firearm, and has since been released on bail. The Copper Mountain Community College Board of Trustees meets in regular session this afternoon, and new trustees will be sworn onto the board. Then positions will be assigned to new members. The board will then receive reports from students, administrators, and teachers and honor trustee Greg Gilbert. Today's meeting is open to the public and will begin at 3 p.m. at Copper Mountain College's Bell Center, located at 6162 Rotary Way in Joshua Tree. If you or someone you know is an experienced wildland firefighter or just wants to start a career in firefighting, online news editor Robert Hayden has the scoop on a hiring event starting today.
The Bureau of Land Management has more than 100 vital wildland firefighter positions and various supporting positions available throughout the state for the 2025 fire year. Applicants are encouraged to attend one of the 5 in-person events that are happening around the state, including one in Apple Valley starting today. During the event, staff will be on site to review resumes, process applications, conduct interviews, and potentially make job offers. The BLM will be hiring wildland firefighters for engines, hot shots, hand crews, helitac, and various supporting positions. There'll be a summary of the positions available on the National Interagencies Fire Center's Wildland Fire Job page. The event in Apple Valley runs from 9 to 4 daily and goes through Saturday, December 14th. It's taking place at the Apple Valley Fire Center. We'll have the dates and locations of all the in-person events, as well as a link that you can apply online at Z107.7 FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
A new schedule of events may be coming to 29 Palms in the new year. The city's Tourism Business Improvement District, known colloquially as TBID, has released a list of who has applied for events funding and sponsorship for the first half of 2025. The TBID provides significant funding to large and small events held in 29 Palms as part of an effort to increase tourism dollars. Applications are in, and the TBID has released all of the received applications in advance of their December 18th meeting, at which the Board of Directors will allocate and approve funds for the events. Major events seeking grants up to $20,000 include a women's event organized by the Joshua Tree National Park Association, a music festival produced by JT City Limits, a film and music festival hosted at Smith's Ranch Drive-In, Theater 29 applying to fund the second half of their current theater season, including performances of Jesus Christ Superstar and Streetcar Named Desire, an outdoor dark sky dance event from Desert Mojave, a queer-minded arts culture festival put on by Desert Trade, and a program inviting producers for all expense-paid visits to 29 Palms to entice them to film there, called the Shoot in 29 Palms Initiative. Applications for TBID sponsorship, which can mean funding up to $3,000 for smaller events, includes moving the High Desert Fringe Festival from the Joshua Tree Retreat Center to 29 Palms, a children's sensory play event, an improvised music and meditation event, a chalk art festival, a 2-day festival of 10-minute-long plays at the Palms, a full moon festival at Sky's the Limit Observatory, and a second year of the revived Desert Rat Convention. Event grants, totaling in the tens of thousands of dollars, were reviewed and scored by a 5-member TBID advisory committee separate from the TBID Board of Directors. You can see the full list of applications along with advisory committee scores at a link in this story at Z107.7 FM.com. You can learn more about these applications, the grant funding initiatives, and the tourism in 29 Palms when TBID board member Ashton Ramsey and marketing director Brienne Dusaustre appear on tomorrow morning's Z107.7 Up Close show with Gary Daigneault. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. here on Z107.7. This Saturday is the annual Christmas bird count at Morongo Valley's Big Morongo Canyon Preserve, along with other designated parts of the Morongo Basin and its surrounding nature areas. Reporter Gabriel Hart lets us know what the Christmas bird count is and how you can get involved.
The Christmas Bird Count, or CBC, is a program of the National Audubon Society and is over a century old. This community science project is a bird census where thousands of volunteers from across the US, Canada, and many other countries in the Western Hemisphere coordinate to systematically count the number of bird species, as well as the individual numbers of each species seen within a specifically defined geographical area. While bird counts will be happening in Whitewater Preserve and Mission Creek Preserve down the hill, along with the remote Long Canyon area of JT National Park, the largest count will be centered in Big Morongo Canyon Preserve, one of the largest and most diverse bird sanctuaries in the country and an internationally recognized birding site. The bird count is open to the public and begins this Saturday at 7:30 a.m. and ends at 4:30 p.m. Volunteers are asked to meet in the Big Morongo Canyon Preserve's visitor parking lot at 7:30 before breaking into groups, reviewing count instructions, and a group photo. Volunteers are asked to bring lunch, water, binoculars, field guides, and warm clothing that you can shed. For virus protection, all participants should have a protective mask, hand soap, and hand sanitizer. Stay with your assigned group and follow social guidelines. Do not share binoculars or spotting scopes. Report your results by email or on eBird. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
If one of your favorite holiday songs is My Favorite Things, Theater 29 has you covered. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with a review of their latest musical, The Sound of Music.
I had the pleasure of attending the opening night of Theater 29's production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's The Sound of Music. Directed by Lisa Hodgson and Bianca Stoker, the widely beloved musical is based on the inspirational story of Maria Augusta Trapp, a carefree young postulate in 1930s Austria. When she is sent to become the governess to the 7 young children of a strict retired naval captain, Maria sets out to infuse their home with joy, love, and song, elements they must rely on in the face of an expanding Third Reich. The Sound of Music is a musical full of memorable tunes, the spirit of which the cast expressed well. The show began by pulling on the heartstrings with Annalisa Pilecki's stirring rendition of the title track. Several fan favorites, including My Favorite Things, Do Re Mi, and The Lonely Goatherd, were performed with multiple reprisals. A sweet dance between Kat Christine's Liesel and Mark Cockroft's Rolf Gruber was reminiscent of young, if ill-fated love. Nancy Abramson was striking as Mother Abbess, hitting every high note of the moving Climb Every Mountain with clarity. A diverse range of sets were all impressively built, capturing the grandness of the Von Trapp Manor. Beautifully painted cathedrals with vibrant stained glass evoke the holiness of Naumburg Abbey, while windows look out over green hills to illustrate the rolling landscape. All characters were adorned in timely, European clothing fitting for an array of occasions, from school uniforms to cocktail party garb to play clothes that Maria cunningly crafts from drapes. Throughout the performance, I found it difficult to imagine a more quintessential Maria than that which was portrayed by Pilecki. She captured the heroine's warmth, verve, and charm, wooing the Von Trapps along with the audience. Graham Cooley perfected Captain Georg Von Trapp's evolution from cool and conducted to emotive. His final, poignant performance of Edelweiss struck as particularly moving. Gabriel Figueiredo had comedic charisma as Max Detweiler and complemented the sophisticated Frau Elsa Schrader, played by Cindy Ross. The production was tied together with 7 young actors who were endearing as the Von Trapp children, believable as a family bonded by love and song. Performances of The Sound of Music run on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The show continues its run at Theater 29 through December 22nd. Tickets can be purchased online at theater29.org or by calling the box office at 760-361-4151. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
And finally, the Yucca Valley High School boys soccer team played a preseason away game, losing 4-1 to Lucerne Valley High School. The team's goal was scored by striker Silius Bloodworth from an assist by Michael Altsiebler. The defense also played well. The team is playing a preseason away game on Monday at West Shores High School. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.